for 8 years now, and it's just been great. God's opened a lot of doors, and just to see the change that we've been a part of through kids' lives over the years has just been awesome. It's something that my brother really prayed about. Over the years, you know, he really had the longing to start a family, and he had been married pretty much the whole time we've been touring, and him and his wife had been praying about having kids and everything. And so as the pregnancy progressed, Josh just really kept praying about it. And he's like, guys, I feel like I need to be home during this time. And, you know, at first you're like, well, what are we going to do? And people, you know, they would call me Josh anyway because we look a lot alike and our voices kind of sound the same. So I just started praying about it. We started praying about it as a band, and really just felt, you know, that I was to be the one to take my brother's place. You know, it's been challenging, and it's definitely been a change, but I believe, you know, God puts us through these seasons to stretch us and strengthen us and just build us, you know, into who He wants us to be. The songs that God's given us, we're just super, super excited about. Been able to make some great co-writes, and we're in these writing sessions. We're writing these songs, and you know, we can just kind of feel them live already in front of audiences and everything. So we're just really excited about what's to come, and to see how, you know, what God's already done, but to see what He's going to do in the future. Daily reading is vital. You know, on the road you get tired, and during those times where you're just physically drained and, you know, you feel like you're doing everything over and over, everything's the same, you know, just show up, unload, eat, you know, all these different things you have to do. You have to, you know, keep your prayer time. You have to keep your daily devotions, because that's what keeps you refreshed. That's what keeps everything feeling new. You sing songs over and over and over again, but as long as you're in the Word and those stories that you know, read in the Bible and that you put into those songs, you know, they stay alive in you. Also, just making sure that time on the road isn't taking away from that time needed at home with family and friends and the local churches that you're involved with. That's what we try to do. You know, there's been some years where we've just been road dogs and touring. You know, one year we toured over 200 days out of the year, and we look back and we're like, you know, look how many services we missed, and we just kept giving and giving and giving, and you know, there was nothing to refill us. Just looking back on those times, you know, you get smarter over the years, and you realize, okay, you know, we're getting older, our energy level might be dropping, but, you know, we got to keep our spirits strong.
We don't know your story, we don't know where you're at right now, but we want to let you know that God says over and over in His Word that He will never leave you or forsake you. God loves you. He has a plan and a purpose for your life.
As we're going through all this change as a band, just kind of the theme that we're really kind of feeling is, you know, we have a purpose, God has a plan, and so that's really kind of how the songs are coming together. It's just, it's like they're a hope, they're, you know, a declaration towards knowing that what God has for you is bigger and greater than you could ever dream or imagine. It's awesome to see how it still kind of goes with our Control album. You know, who's really in control of your life. It's still, you know, a progression of us as a band. Even though we have all this change, it still, you know, lines right up with what we've been going through and what's still to come.